Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for Monday, July 31st. Some earnings before the bell tomorrow, and I'll highlight those for you, and I'll leave this up for a second, and you can go ahead and read those for yourself. One of them stands out is SOHU, XOXO, and DO. Looks like some of the bigger names. After the bell on Monday, we have, I see ZIOP, XRM, VNO. I'm looking for seeing if there's any other bigger names coming out. Looks like some pretty, mid-sized companies reporting after the bell. No huge names, SLCA. So highlighted in blue are some of the earnings after the bell for Monday, July 31st. For your economic information for Monday, 9:45 Chicago PMI, 10 o'clock pending home sales, 10:30 Dallas Fed meeting, 3 p.m. Farm prices at 3 p.m. Monday night, it looks like we have the Japanese PMI at 8:30 p.m. China PMI coming out at 9 p.m. on Monday evening. And that looks like about it for the economic information for Monday. As far as your earning cast for Monday, go to earnings cast, and these are your conference calls, and you can see them listed here for Monday. These are before the bell. XOXO will be having a conference call before the bell. After the bell at 4 o'clock, we see IDTI, IVAC, AVD, ZIOP on conference call after the bell, XRM, and you can get that information at earningscast.com. So let's go ahead and get right into the watch list, and quick brief look at the SPY. See, we came up to resistance, we pulled back, but still in an uptrend. The SPY volume was light, 50 million shares, and so we'll go ahead and see what they want to do with this market. We do have some issues with Korea shooting missiles and whatnot, and we'll see how that affects the futures. Going into tomorrow morning. First stock up on the list is this AEZS. And you see this nice pop it had on a volume, okay, and now we've pulled back to the 10 SMA on the daily chart, trying to hold above that $2 level. So this is strictly a day trading stock, AEZS, and if you can get back over that 225 level, might become interesting. AMD, big pop after earnings. Now we've pulled back to the 20 SMA for AMD, and holding above this 1350. We're holding the 20 SMA, so we'll see if they want to turn this back up over the highs on Friday, which was 1410. So maybe over 1415, AMD can get back into the groove again. ANY, nice volume on Friday, over 500,000 shares. We did have a high on Friday of $5.25. This is strictly, for me, a day trading stock. I wouldn't go putting, holding this as a swing trade on ANY, strictly day trading stock. So keep your eye on that. Like I said, the high is 525, maybe over 510. Could get this in a continuation move. APRI, nice turnaround here. We had this big sell-off here. We've been kind of, consolidating and holding this $1 level. If you like to play these lower price stocks, there was a previous high of $1.30. So if you can get back over that $1.30, $1.32, just remember you have the 100 SMA up there above it, and that's at $1.40. So just keep that in mind. BOFA, nice pop on Friday, over almost 3 million shares traded. If this can get back over, say, 26.90 for that 27 break, you might see a continuation move in BOFI. BOOT, this is apparel store, Boot Barn Holding, and trying to get back over that 750 mark. You see we're over the 50 SMA, and trying to turn up Would like to have seen more volume come into the name, only 400,000 shares, but if it breaks that 750, you could get a nice continuation move. The gap, the top of the gap is around that 750 area too, so just keep that in mind right in this spot here. CREE, C-R-E-E, kind of just basing out here. The high Friday was 26.67, so I would let this get over 26.75, and then maybe you can use the bottom of this candle here as your stop if you want to try to swing trade this. The bottom of this candle is at 26.15, so on CREE. CRK, oil name, looking to take out that 750 mark. 295,000 shares, so that was, a little low in the volume, but it is turning back up. Volume can come in at any time. 756 was the high, so keep an eye on 760 perhaps. CRM holding above the fast moving averages, messing around with this 91 area. The high was 91.12, so maybe 91.20 will be enough to get this CRM moving in the right direction and off to the races here. 2 million shares traded. CTRP has been holding above the fast moving averages. We're back above the 5 EMA. You notice every dip is being bought in this stock. So I think if we can clear back over that $60 level, the high was 60.22, so 60.25 might be enough to get CTRP moving. This could be a potential swing trade, but you would probably have to allow, that any break of say 58.90, 58.80 for your stop. CYD. Once again, this one holding above the fast moving average. I don't particularly like this candle, but it is a strong stock, so I'm gonna have to watch this one a little bit. I would think over 22.50. If it can clear the 22.50, it might get going to the upside again on CYD, industrial stock. Not a favorite though, but just putting it out there. CYTR, big pop on Friday. I'd have to see a pullback in this before I get interested in strictly a day trading stock. You see this, previous times it spiked up, pulled back, spiked up, pulled back. So most likely this is going to pull back again, I would think. If it can get pull back maybe to 70 cents and then a continuation move on CYTR. DE, looking for a continuation move if you like to play the bigger names. The high here was 129. We're at 128.91, so over that 129.05, 129.10. You could get a possible continuation with Deere and Company. If you play options, this one could be interesting. Nice chart setting up for you there. I don't do options, but larger names like this could give you a nice move. DVAX, this had news on Friday and popped up, so that's what's putting it on watch. And I'll show you the news in a moment. DYN, setting up nicely here. We're above the 50 moving average. We're back above the 200. We have $9 to clear here. We have the high of 901. Looking for 905 to get taken out on DYN. Edit, big pop on Friday, and that was 1.1 million shares. It is under the 200 SMA. So it's not a favorite right now. We do have a high of 1755. We closed at 1744. So just keep it on watch. Maybe it'll set up. I would rather wait until it gets back over, this $18 level. But it is coming back off the lows. So interesting one, but not ready yet, I don't think. GIMO. Nice pop, but gave back a lot of it on almost 2 million shares. So this one will be on watch to see if it can clear back over. I'm going to say if it can get back over this 42 level. All right, closed at 40, so it has to move up $2. If you want to try it a little bit earlier, the 200 SMA is at 41.18, so over 41.25. Maybe you get a continuation move through that 42. But for me, I think I'd wait for it to clear back over 42 and hold it. GOLD, gold has been moving up, the GDX and the GDXJ, the GLD, and I'll show you that right here. You see the GLD has been moving up, and obviously the dollar has been moving down. So with that in mind, you know, some of these gold stocks could get moving. This looks like an interesting setup. It's 92.72, so over 93, you know, 10. This could get interesting if it can take that out. If you want to try it a little bit earlier, 92.85, 92.90 for the break of 93. There was a previous high of 93.12, so for me, I would wait for the break of that 93.12. HOS oil name, it's had, you know, some runs here. It's up near this 100 SMA. I would like this to clear $3. If HOS can clear $3, you know, you could get a move. The 100 SMA is right at 295. If you want to try it over 295 for the break of 3, that could be an interesting play also on HOS. All right, and telecom services, you know, basically looking for that break of the 150 SMA or taking out $3.50. Over 400,000 shares traded on the name. So we'll see if this can continue up through 350 and make a move. IAG, another gold name, nice candle here. Looking for the continuation up through 550. 4.4 million shares traded, so would like obviously a pullback maybe to 525. If that doesn't happen, the push up through 550 might give us a continuation move. IMGN, this one back over 7 could get interesting. The high is 715. I think over 705 you might get that push up through 715. Almost over 8 million shares traded on IMGN. KOOL, big pop, but it gave back most of it. I think if it can get back over, you know, the obvious resistance number here, $4, over 3 million shares in KOOL. Usually when they do this though, you know, they have to, you know, consolidate for a little bit, but watch this $4 area on KOOL. MBOT starting to turn back up here, 1.5 million shares. Not a favorite, but it is kind of, you know, planking here and turning back up. The high on this name was $1.34. If it can clear that $1.34, you know, you might get a push up to, you know, $1.50 or so. Strictly a day trading stock. MBRX starting to turn and pivot up. I mean, it's had a nice run from $1.25. You notice 250 is a natural resistance number. So if it can get up through that, it could, you know, continue up. This would be an intraday trading stock for me, biotech stock, because it's come, you know, such a long way. So I'm just looking for maybe a quick trade in that name. MTRX, nice, you know, volume, expanding volume, starting to turn up. There was the big pop over 10. Would like a pullback maybe to the 5 EMA or like a 10.05 pullback. I don't know if I'll get that. If not, we have a high on Friday of 1071. So the next number it would have to get above is that 1075 spot, possible $11 break. And that's an oil name on MTRX. And you see it's down from 18. Got smashed here, and now it's starting to turn back up. NADL, this was, you know, a big push we had back in here in... when was that? That was back in April, and we had a big push up, and there was a lot of, you know, talk about this one and pushing up, and now it's gone quiet for a while. We're holding that $1.25 area and trying to get back over $1.75 on NADL. So you know, small intraday trading stock. Only 400,000 shares traded though, so that's a concern there. But keep that one on watch. You know, could get some bigger volume pops maybe. NOVN, big pop on Friday, came up to that 550 spot, pulled back, over 700,000 shares traded. I'm looking for this one maybe to go like red to green on Monday or maybe even Tuesday, and you know, try to hold this $5 level. which I think is, you know, $4.95, $5 on NOVN. So keep your eye on that. RUN, nice chart, you know, run here from 650-ish all the way up to 750. If it can get over that 750, First Solar had really good earnings, and the earnings moved up the solar stock. So this run, if it can get over that 750, 755 spot, may continue up. Obviously, we'd like a pullback maybe to like 710, 725 on RUN. SAND, you know, basing out here, we have, you see the consolidation here and here. So we'd have to get over, you know, 425. We closed at 418. We had the high on Friday, 420. So if this clears 425, 430, maybe there's a continuation move. This is another gold name, GOLD. So it depends on how gold is going to move for the rest of the week. SINA, nice consolidation here, and I guess you can call it kind of a bullish flag here. All right, and here's your consolidation. Looking for it to take out that you know, 95 spot. You know, if this can take out 95, we might continue up. You know what they say about stocks that take out 90? Most likely they're going to hit 100. So this one looks interesting, kind of a cup with a handle. If you're into cups with handles too, right? SINA. Schlumberger, if oil's going to keep moving up, you see this big volume that came in Friday, over 10 million shares. The high Friday was 69.04. If we can get up near, you know, 69, or if you want to try a little earlier, 68.75, this would be possible swing trade. Keeping that, you know, 50 SMA on watch for your stop out. Or you can use the 5 EMA, which is the white dotted line here. This should follow it up. And if it breaks that 5 EMA on a pullback, then you would have to get out. But, you know, going to depend on oil. But back above the 50 SMA, looks like a nicer candle than the previous time. So we'll keep an eye on that. Schlumberger. TDW, nice pop, small stock, under $1. Almost 2 million shares traded. Looking for the $1 break. Maybe like 102. If this could take out 102, we do have a previous high here of 103. So back over 102, 103. Maybe this one continues back up. Let's see. This was almost a 450 stock. So you know, it's below all the moving averages. This would be, you know, just a quick kind of intraday trade on TDW. But I like that volume that did come in on Friday. VSLR, solar name, looking to get back over 550 and the 20 SMA. 20 SMA on this name is at 553, so 555, 556 might be enough to, you know, get this one back on track. WPM, this is a silver name, Wheaton Precious Metals. 2051 close, high was 2061, so over 2070. If you want to try it a little bit earlier, 2065-ish. 2.4 million shares traded. So like I said, this is in the silver sector, and you know, it's starting to make higher lows and moving up. So keep your eye on this one. Could get interesting. It's trying to get back over and hold above the 200 SMA, the green line there. XXII, big volume pop Friday, 8.6 million, almost 9 million shares. There's $1.80 up above. Would like a pullback to maybe $1.60 area. I don't know if we'll get that through the $1.80. We might continue up through 2. So keep your eye on this for possible, you know, consolidation on a 2-minute, 5-minute chart, and then a continuation up on XXII, strictly an intraday chart. And this one is a biotech stock. ZN oil name, you know, organized pullback here. We've had some big pops in the name. A lot of traders are watching this stock. For me, it would have to get back over, you know, that 450, 455. and back over that 10 SMA, which is currently 443. So over 450, 455, you might get a continuation move in ZN. On Friday, 4.3 million shares traded in the name. So as oil goes, that's how these stocks will trade. Oil was up last week. It had a gain of close to 9% in the USO. And WTI XOIL, that name was, that oil was up, like I said, 9%. And this is the weekly chart you're looking at. On the daily chart, we got the $50 spot to try to get over for oil. All right, this has been Zozo Stock Watch. Oh, actually, I left out something for you guys, and let me throw this in the mix. Sorry about that. So, Sprint proposes merger with Charter, and then Charter rebuffs Sprint's merger proposal. So that's where we stood on some news that came out Friday. NBRV shelf. I wanted to find that. Here's the DVAX news. Announces FDA advisory committee vote in favor. Okay, so I got a favorable vote for DVAX, and that's why that was on watch. Let's see, what else did I want to go over with you folks? Tesla, Elon Musk says Tesla Model 3 reservations now exceed 500,000. Facebook, Barron's talked about it this weekend. Potential for share rally extend through 2017. Barron's thinks Google's in for a quieter second half 2017. Amazon, same thing. Twitter descend down into single digits following continued disappointments in the company. AAP, Barron's suggests bargain hunters will do well to buy stock following recent correction. So that's on AAP. Barron's believe the stock earnings are about to accelerate for Citigroup. C is the symbol there. Honeywell, Barron's, a transformation in software for the company could lead to a 15% gain. That's on Honeywell. What else did I want to go over? We have some top insider purchases. AXE purchased over 500,000 shares. SAFE, 10% owner, purchased over 97,000. NAV, Volkswagen purchased over 24,000 shares on NAV. In syndicate news, we have CNX filed S3, CM F3, FFBC filed Form S3, IBKR S3, NBRV, which we mentioned, 175 million shelf. And let's see, WPRT announces underwriters exercise of over allotment option. That's pretty much it. That's, there's some stuff going on. Putin says Russia to expel 75 U.S. diplomatic staff, okay, and then U.S. considers sanctions against Venezuela's oil industry. So there's some political stuff going on still, and don't forget we still have Korea, and we'll check and see how the futures are going to open for tonight. And take it from there. All right, this has been Zozo Stock Watch. Thank you so much for the support on the channel, YouTube. I appreciate it, and thank you very much for listening. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll be at it on Monday.